Hi everybody, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. It is Friday, April 20th, 2018, and I got home a little early today, so I am going to do my knitting update. It's a day late, because normally I do that on Thursdays, but I was really busy this week, so I figured I would go ahead and do that today. That's fine because I have a little bit more to show you since I knitted last night instead, and actually this morning before I went to work as well. So anyways, first I want to thank you all for liking, subscribing, and commenting. I really do appreciate it, and I really appreciate everyone who continues to support me in my knitting progress as I continue to learn how to knit and explore other crafts other than cross stitch. So this is going to be a pretty quick update. I say that, and then we'll see how long I actually do talk. I don't have a lot to show you, and it's going to be kind of like a mix match, not necessarily segmented because it kind of flows together. So I have a couple finishes. Surprise, surprise, I have a dishcloth. We're going to have frost tonight. It's April 20th, and we're going to have frost tonight. Anyways, I actually have the windows open today because it's a little chilly. It's when the wind blows, but I want to enjoy the nice sunny weather, hear the birds. So I have the windows open for a little bit. I might close it whenever I go to stitch, but anyways, I have a dishcloth. It's not my normal dishcloth because I did a different pattern today. I chose to do a pattern that Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts, and she's also on Fiber Friends podcast for her knitting. She found and sent me a pattern, which she completely forgot that she sent me, a pattern on from Ravelry, and it's a free pattern, and it's called the Boxy Dishcloth, I believe. Search Boxy Dishcloth. I think it comes up. Anyways, it's something different. It uses purl and knit. And this is it. And I'm pretty happy with that. So it was a nice change from the basic just knitting dishcloth that we've been doing, that I've been doing, you know. So it made me think a little bit more as I was doing the pattern. There was a lot more unknitting to go back to fix the knitting because I often got out of sequence, but that's all right. And I like that. I might be doing more of these, something different. So I will say it does use a lot more yarn than the other ones, but that's okay. I have a lot of dishcloth yarn to use up. So that's my number one finish. And then on Friday last week, I went to Hobby Lobby because I showed this book in my update last week. It's the Learn to Knit Fagin book by Barbara Walker that Blitz Stitch has been talking about in his videos. And he encouraged me through watching him to decide to go ahead and do it. Now again, it is not my style of Fagin, but I figured it would be a fun way to quickly learn the different techniques of knitting. So I went ahead to Hobby Lobby and I bought some yarn. Now of course I'm just using acrylic yarn. That doesn't bother me. All of my Fagins that my grandmother has crocheted me throughout the years have been 100% acrylic, and I like them because they're durable. I can throw them in the washing machine, throw them in the dryer, and they stand the test of time. So that works for me. So I chose, and the pattern book calls for 4 different colors. I don't want 4 colors. That's too much, too gaudy looking for me. No offense to anybody who likes that. I would like a more simplistic look, so I'm going ahead with a basic. This is called, and this is the Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn Super Soft Super Savings yarn. This is Stone Wash, and this is a worsted weight yarn. So I got Stone Wash, and I got, what is this called? Sun Gold. So there's the 2 colors together. So that is what my Afghan will be when it is done. So Sun Gold and Stone Wash. I think that's, oh no, I'm sorry. Stone Wash is the technique here of the, this is dark gray. Duh. It's Stone Wash dark gray. And this is Sun Gold. Am I right now? Yeah. Dark gray, number 8. In the Stone Wash and Sun Gold. Okay. Anyways, just have to be careful because that's attached to my project. So I have 1 square done. The first square is the basic striped knit stitch, and here it is. Is that the right side? Yeah, that's the right side. And I really, really, really like these colors together. So I have square number 1 done. And I was hoping to have square number 2 done for this project, or for this video, but I didn't quite get there. And square number 2, I started pretty much almost instantly, is striped stockinette stitch. Surprise, surprise. So, and of course we all know stockinette stitch rolls up, so it's going to be a little bit harder to show you. So this is my only project I have to show you. The only thing on my needles at the moment. And here it is. So I am, I think, over halfway with this square. And again, I'm really liking this. It's a really nice soft yarn. Doesn't bother me one bit. I have no problems knitting it up. And I'm using the needle is a little bit long just because I'm using my, it's size 6 needle with the, I think it's a 24-inch, because it's the longer needle, so I had to use the 24 instead of my 16 from my kit of my Knitter's Pride needles that I showed you last week. And again, I really like these needles. They're slick, but yet I have no problems with the needles. Really, really liking the needles. So, and for the price, like for me, for knitting as a secondary hobby, I don't have to have like the super expensive needles. So it kind of worked out that the Knitter's Pride needles were the only ones that my local shop had. So I was kind of happy. So anyways, that's all the knitting I have to show you. Now I do have one other set of purchases that actually just arrived in the mail today, and it's from my brother. And the reason it's from my brother is because I showed you this magazine last week, and he had kitted up let me find a good picture here. This sweater. and decided he no longer wants to knit it, and asked me if I wanted to have the yarn. I was like, heck yeah. So he went ahead and sent me the yarn. So now this sweater comes in, the pattern for the sweater comes in a either 10 color, or there's a better picture. There we go. You can either do a 10 color yarn or a 5 color yarn. My brother kitted up the 5 color yarn, so that's what I have right now. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the 10 or the 5. I have quite a while before I need to fully decide, because I think it's a bottom up knit. So I can start with the base of the sweater anyways. I have no idea when I'm going to start this, but I have the yarn. And he kitted it up. I think it calls for, I'm not even sure what it calls for. It calls for Brooklyn Tweed Arbor yarn. He didn't kit it up with that. He kitted it up with Knit Picks, well, the Andy Sport. And I'm content with that. I don't need a super fancy yarn for a sweater, because actually then I would feel comfortable wearing this to work, knowing that there is a risk that it could get damaged. So this is the base color. It's chestnut. And he has all of the yarn needed for the entire sweater in the 5 color. So there's chestnut, and then there's camel heather, mink heather. See if I can do this in one hand. There's oyster heather, and there's turmeric. Of course, not in that order, I don't think, but you know, that would be the sweater. And I'm quite pleased with those colors. So that is a plan of mine. Will it happen soon? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I guess it depends upon how quickly I want to work on something, or I guess how tired I get with the squares for the Afghan. So, and again, I said he has enough for. Why did he open that? I don't even know why he opened it. So there's enough for a sweater. So there we go. And that's everything I have for you. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you get lots of knitting, stitching, and all the like done over Friday night knit in, Friday night stitch in, and throughout the weekend. And I will see you next weekend. And don't forget to be always creative. Have a good weekend. Bye.